They told you that the purpose of life is to be happy, that if you aren't smiling, something's broken, that if you're in pain, you must fix it, fast. But what if that message, the one repeated in every book, every quote, every ad, is the very thing that's breaking you? What if your obsession with being happy is the reason you feel empty? Because the truth is, you were never meant to live a painless life. You were meant to endure, to fight, to grow, to become unshakable. In this world, happiness has become a religion, a false god everyone worships. Smiling faces, perfect lives, empty words. We've been trained to believe that if we're not happy all the time, we're doing something wrong. We chase positivity, chase comfort, chase peace, and yet somehow we keep feeling weaker. But maybe it's not because something is wrong with you. Maybe it's because something is wrong with the idea itself. Because happiness, as the world sells it, is not freedom. It's a cage, a soft, golden prison built from expectations, likes, and approval. And the more you chase it, the tighter it closes around you. Friedrich Nietzsche, a man most people still fear to read, saw this illusion clearly. He said, "The endless search for happiness is the mark of a decaying spirit, a culture that has traded strength for comfort, truth for pleasure, depth for distraction." He called it slave morality, a mindset that avoids pain, fears discomfort, and runs from every storm. A morality that says it's better to be comfortable than to be powerful. But what happens to a generation raised on that belief? They become fragile, easily broken, always chasing something they can't hold. They build their identity on sand, on compliments, on approval, on the next good moment. And when life stops being kind, they fall apart. Look around, you see it every day. People who can't handle rejection, who collapse at the first sign of pressure, who depend on others to feel worthy, because they were never taught how to suffer. They were only taught how to smile. They were told, don't think about pain, don't face it, just stay positive. And so, they never learned the most important skill of all, how to stand tall in the middle of chaos. Nietzsche understood this tragedy. He saw that the more we flee from pain, the more pain controls us. He warned that a society obsessed with comfort was preparing itself for collapse. Because suffering is not a glitch in life, it is life. And the ones who don't know how to deal with it will never know who they really are. The happiness they sell today is fragile. It depends on what others say about you, how many likes you get, how good the day feels. It's borrowed joy. One gust of wind and it's gone. So what's the alternative? If happiness is not the goal, then what is? Nietzsche offered a brutal, beautiful answer. Stop chasing happiness. Start building strength. Not physical strength, but strength of spirit. The kind of strength that stays calm when the world burns. The kind that grows from pain instead of running from it. What does not kill me, he said, makes me stronger. Not a quote for your Instagram bio, a declaration of war, a challenge to become something indestructible. Stop asking, how can I be happy? Start asking, how can I become stronger? Because that question changes everything. It shifts your focus from comfort to growth, from escaping pain to transforming it, from chasing pleasure to creating power. And yes, where it's hard, it's supposed to be. Growth has a cost, strength has a price, but the reward is freedom. When you start to live by that question, you stop being afraid of losing, because even loss becomes fuel. Every failure becomes training. Every scar becomes proof that you can survive. That's what Nietzsche called the will to power, not the will to control others, but the will to control yourself. It's the force that says, I will not break. I will build, I will face the pain. I will rise from it. I will take every wound and turn it into wisdom. You see, life isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to shape you. Each hardship, Each heartbreak, each moment of despair is a chisel cutting away your weakness, revealing who you truly are underneath. Most people run from that process. They hide behind distractions, fake smiles, temporary highs. But if you dare to face your suffering, you begin to understand its purpose. Pain doesn't destroy you. It defines you. It molds your strength, tests your limits, and teaches you what no comfort ever could. The strong don't pray for easier lives. They pray for stronger souls. The fragile person avoids the storm. The strong person becomes the storm. They don't wait for peace. They create it inside themselves. They walk through chaos with calm eyes because they've faced worse within. This is what Nietzsche meant by the will to power, to live not by running from suffering, but by mastering it, to rise again, not because the world is kind, but because you are unbreakable. And here's the paradox. When you stop chasing happiness and start building strength, you begin to feel something far deeper than happiness. You begin to feel meaning. You begin to feel pride. Not the pride that needs applause, but the silent pride that comes from knowing you can endure anything. That is real satisfaction. That is real freedom. And that is life. The world will not stop testing you. You will lose people. You will face betrayal. You will fail, fall, and question everything. But you don't need an easier world. You need a stronger spirit, because the storm won't stop. But you can become the kind of person who walks through it without losing your fire. You can choose truth over illusion, growth over comfort, strength over happiness. And when everything collapses around you, you'll still stand. Not because you were spared from pain, but because you were forged by it. Each scar, a lesson. Each heartbreak, a rebirth. Each fall, a rise towards something higher. That is the real meaning of Nietzsche's philosophy. Not to live comfortably, but to live powerfully. So I'll leave you with one question. Not what makes you happy, but what will make you stronger? Write your answer in the comments. A word, a phrase, a silent truth. Because the first step towards strength is to stop running from your pain and face it. If this message hit you, if it woke something inside you, then don't stop here. Keep going, because this journey has only just begun.